The Kettle Gryp calm strips the Blowzee.
You cannot tell me that's not a sex toy.
Let's find out if it is.
Tonight on Shark Tank.
It all started when I was 8 years old. The financials were down. The Dow was red. There wasn't a green on the TV, and Mr. Money Man always angry. Mad Money, that's it, yeah.
He was extra angry that day. Jim Cramer had a really bad day. You weren't 8, by the way. And and this is the All Serious Subjects podcast, but we are talking about the financial crisis again, or at least the media that it inspired. This week being Shark Tank. What started as Dragon's Den in Japanese is actually Tigers of Money, is what it was called. And it started in 2001. And then they had a few spin-offs in other places. But in 2009, it was picked up in America as Shark Tank. It was Dragon's Den in many different iterations. All these different countries had their own, such as China and their version called Win in China, or Canada's Dragon's Den, which brought over Kevin O'Leary, and that started in 2006 when the money was good. We have all these spin-off ones showing everybody wanting to start businesses and the entrepreneurial spirit existing in all these, like the France one. Who wants to be my business partner? And Shark Tank India, where you can invest in 7-Elevens. So what I have for you is an idea of this Shark Tank, the American Shark Tank, which started in 2009, that this show was inspired by the American dream, or the idea of it at least, and how people wanted to see themselves as not only potential investors in a company, but have the acumen to know when to suss out a bad business from a good business, because they don't want to be the people that lost all their money to AIG or to Bear Stearns or one of the other companies that failed in the 2008 crisis.
Yeah, your AOLs, your
Nope.
$5 footlongs.
All of those, though. So Dragon's Den became Shark Tank in August of 2009, and we have a good episode from the season 13, I think it was, episode 13. Let's just jump into it, dude.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Kettle Gryp calm strips the Blowzee.
You cannot tell me that's not a sex toy.
Let's find out if it is.
Dude, the biggest dumbbell you could think of.
Oh, what kind of helicopters did you... he's trying to see if he's got stolen valor. That'd be so funny. He's just testing them.
What troop were you?
Yeah, Commando, what battalion? What was your call sign? It was chicken tendies.
Marine Corps with multiple deployments to Iraq
Kettlebell.
and Afghanistan.
Well, you'll be happy to know that Afghanistan has their own version of Shark Tank, where the Mujahideen, former freedom fighters, are now the entrepreneurs, where you are investing in how to take down American helicopters. So,
Please.
yeah, it was called Fakurwa Dashim or whatever the fuck it is. And I swear to God, they actually have Afghani, or they did at one point have Afghani Shark Tank.
What do they sell? Like grips for your rocket launcher?
That's what I was making the joke of. Yeah, they're making all these things for how to take down that guy.
Man, wow.
So you're a badass.
Yeah. Just doing my job.
Huge cock, right?
It was an honor.
Lori.
It was an honor. But the Cobra attack helicopter is a bad machine.
Yeah.
To a lot of brown people
Ooh.
with that puppy.
God damn, dude. I bombed quite a few sand people, if you know what I'm saying. A wink, a wink.
They just never expect you coming from the sky with bombs. They're just every wedding I've ever been to, they just never expect it. And those flyovers, man.
Yeah, until they, started pretending to be weddings, knowing that they would attract.
Right. Just
Hello,
the decoy.
this is my Shark Tank idea. It's make it a decoy wedding, so you can make it look like the Americans want to bomb, but instead we have many anti-aircraft.
We put the wedding gown over the anti-aircraft gun.
Right. It looks like a barbecue is going on over here. And it's actually a SAM site.
Dad, what's your background? Annie and I have been good friends since high school. After that, I moved out to San Diego, California, where I opened multiple ice cream stores.
Hell yeah, dude.
And for 20 years was the ice cream king of Mission Beach.
So guys, what do they sell for? What do they cost you to make?
So he's a badass and you're a lard ass. No. He's very fit for the audio listeners.
It costs $6.57
Suspiciously
to make,
fit.
and we sell for $34.95. That's an 81% margin.
That's a good margin.
Wow, you're really ripping people off for that piece of plastic, aren't you? Wow, they're so excited for the fact that he makes 81% on everything they sell because it's a shitty piece of plastic.
Right.
Like, oh, we love you. You're built like us, scam artists, just con men, salespeople.
As long as you can.
Look at their exact same posture.
God, that's disgusting.
They cloned the same guy, but they're like, let's make him look a little more human and add hair. Okay, there we go.
As an investable business,
This guy is him from the future trying to tell him, warn him about society. He's like his RFK. He's like, they're putting formaldehyde in the water. I can't do a good RFK.
Telling him to invest in kettlebells.
Yeah. You need to be working out your abdomen more. That was actually not that bad.
The pinoleum.
If you're not doing enough with the kettlebells, you're going to just have all the Roundup build in your system.
RFK, who let you in here?
And they get all snarky because then their egos get hurt because they didn't fucking get the deal they wanted or something.
Yeah. That was my deal. I always get what I want.
next up is a product to help anxiety.
It's called ketamine. No. It's called Xanax. Just take a fuckload of Xanax and just vibe out on your couch.
Announcing a partnership with the kettlebell. Hide some Xanax in there.
You don't have to actually work out. You're just hiding Xanax in there. You got some Xanny bars in that kettlebell. It's this frumpy couple. It's like a textured fucking piece of plastic.
All-time high.
Dude, these
Luckily,
margins
Charlie
are gonna
remembers he
slay,
has
though.
calm strips, a healthy way to calm and ground himself.
Calm strips
It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Yeah,
might
this is
look
horrible.
like any other sticker, but they're actually textured sensory adhesives. People everywhere are rubbing.
This isn't for anxiety. This is for autism.
Yeah, this is a worse version of scratch and sniff. I was gonna make a joke. Is it just scratch and sniff? It's worse.
No, it's scratch and scratch.
Actually,
Yeah.
or picking at the textured surface of their calm strips to help reduce.
Ah, dude, I'm
vision,
telling you, this is
increase
literally
focus,
just
and
for
regulate
autism.
restless energy.
They're reusable and residue-free, meaning they can be stuck to your phone,
Yeah.
your laptop, your desk.
She's rubbing the thing right now, trying to get herself to be calm.
Aw.
Lucy, say it again for everybody in the back.
They're both doing it. They're fidgeting. They're doing like the little fidget ball things, the stimulation shits
Yeah.
you've seen people have at desks.
The fidget spinner.
It's
like-
basically a fucking bop it. They have their own little
Yeah.
bop it. They spin it, twist it.
Gotta bring that back. We should bring that to Shark Tank.
What is happening?
So we did
They're stoked because it makes a bunch of money, by the way. That's it. They're like, I don't get it. It makes some money? Oh, okay, dude, I'm in.
It's true.
I've got a question. If they're making so much money, why do they need 250K?
Well, it's not. Sometimes what they were saying is it's not the money, it's the connections that the shark can bring, kind of thing.
I see.
I mean, going on the show by itself, it just is a marketing thing for their product, as long as it's consumer facing, which most of these are.
Right.
And then it's just maybe business strategy and all that kind of business stuff.
It's a good double chin. Yeah,
It's
so
a
you're saying,
skeptical double chin right there. This is not a problem everybody has.
No, I didn't know this was a problem anyone had.
Yeah. This is the least relatable shit ever.
Yeah.
Is everybody out?
Truly.
Yep, everybody's out.
Thank
Everyone has a
God.
birthday. Everyone hates spitty cake. There's a huge market, and we're just ready to go.
Not a huge market. No one gives a shit.
Didn't get a deal.
Good. I hope they starve to death. I hope their families don't. I hope their families get spitty cake.
Germed up cake. Here it is, dude.
Oh,
Next up is
that's a
a business
chicken.
It's the last.
on that one. $1 million, and the added bonuses you get Mr. Wonderful, the shark.
He's saying that I'll give you basically no money, really. You owe me money now. I'll give you money, but you owe me more. And you owe me what? 1.25 at least is what that is. 1.25 to 1.5. So you owe me $250,000 million for getting my money. And then also I own 4%. What? None of these deals. Dude.
Nice.
Let me see. You three are
They did $6.8 million in sales in the last 12 months. He's valuing it at $4 million. It's not even multiple. Like, it's a multiple of fucking 0.6 or whatever.
Do they not want money?
Well, no, he does want money. That's the thing. Is I like money.
out.
Yes, and you have a real.
I will only give you money if I know I'll make money, and a lot of it. I want to fuck you over.
Don't trouble my money.
I have a lot of money already, but I'd like to take opportunity money that you'd have and make it my money. That's what it is. They're like, oh, I want to make it so I get some. And that's been the All Serious Subjects podcast. Tune in next week. You'll never know what kind of things we'll talk about. Maybe it's more about the great financial crisis and how it influenced media. Maybe it's Adam's gay thoughts in a journal entry.
Or the history of the chicken coop?
Tune in to figure it out. Stay defiant. And we'll see you in the trenches. You survived another All Serious Subjects podcast, comrade. If your brain isn't at least 3% angrier, smash that like button like it owes you money. Subscribe or we'll politely ask you again next week. Drop your comment demands below, or we'll assume you want why